Do your fingers feel stiff when you first wake up in the morning? Or do your hands feel weak when you are trying to pull up your pants or open the refrigerator? These are just a few things that hand arthritis can make really challenging. But in this video, I'm going to show you 8 finger range of motion and grip strength exercises that you can do every day that don't take a lot of time. And in fact, research has shown that people who did these very exercises for 8 weeks saw a real improvement in their grip strength. In one research study, participants were split into 2 groups. One group did these active range of motion and strengthening exercises with the therapy putty, and another group massaged their hand with a ball. So which group do you think had increased grip strength? You guessed it, the strengthening group had significant increases in their grip strength, while the other group that just massaged their hands actually had decreased grip strength. So my point is, do these exercises with me so you can increase your grip strength, which will improve your overall function too. We're gonna do 10 repetitions of each exercise, and the only equipment you need is therapy putty, and you're gonna need that for the last 3 strengthening exercises. But when you're using the putty, always start with a light to moderate resistance because you can always work up from there. I am gonna use a light resistance, but if you don't have putty, don't worry. I'll link to other hand strengthening exercises that you can do at the end of this video. All right, let's get started. Okay, the first exercise is hook fists. To do this exercise, you're gonna warm up those little joints of the finger. So you wanna flex or bend just the tip of the finger and the middle joint. That's your DIP and your PIP joints, but the large knuckles are gonna stay straight. And you can even let your thumb bend too with this one. So you flex just those little joints, hold for a second or 2, and then you're gonna straighten all the way up. If you need a little support or feel like your big knuckles are wanting to bend too with this one, you can place your other hand on your palm here, and sometimes that can help. Let's do 10 of these. Ready? So flex. Just the 2 little joints in your fingers, getting them warmed up for the exercises to come. Hold a second or 2, and then straighten all the way up too. So it's important to make sure you flex down, so bend, and then straighten all the way through that range of motion as well. That's 2, and bend, and straighten all the way up. That's 3. Flex those little joints down and as much flexion as you can. And straighten all the way up. That's 4. Back down. And all the way up. That's 5. Flex those fingers. Keep the large knuckles straight. And all the way straight, open those fingers. That's 6. Flex back down. Straighten all the way. That's 7. Flex. And straighten. That's 8. And bend. And straighten. That's 9. Let's do one more. And curl. Try to bend those joints down as much as you can. Hold here for a few seconds. And back up. And that's 10. Good job. All right, so our second exercise is MP flexion or knuckle benders. So now what we're gonna do is bend just the large knuckles only. But our little joints of our fingers are gonna stay straight this time. Again, you can use your other hand to just support that palm, but go ahead and slide your fingers down just a little bit more. So over the palm and the wrist here, because you wanna make sure you're not blocking your motion when you bend those knuckles. So to do this one, you start as straight as you can, and then you wanna come down and bend the large knuckles only, trying to keep the rest of the finger joints as straight as you can. Hold a second or 2, and then back up. All right, let's go ahead and do 10 of those. Ready? So bend down. Try to keep those joints as straight as you can. And back up. That's 1. And flex back down. And straighten all the way up. That's 2. Bend back down. Straighten all the way up. That's 3. And bend. And straight. That's 4. Bend all the way and as much flexion of just those knuckles. And straighten. That's 5. And bend. And straighten. That's 6. Make sure the wrist isn't moving either, just those knuckles. And straighten up, that's 7. And bend. And straighten, that's 8. 2 more, flex those large knuckles down. And straighten all the way up, that's 9. Let's do 1 more. Bend. And straighten up, and that's 10. Good job. Okay, exercise 3 is a tip to tip exercise. What you're gonna do for this one is you're trying to touch each of your fingertips to the tip of your thumb. But you're not just going through that really quickly. What you wanna make sure you do is with each fingertip, you wanna try to make a O or a circle with your thumb and that finger, and then you're opening all the way up. So we wanna go through each finger, really trying to make sure you touch the tip and focus on making that O or that circle and then opening all the way up. Ready? Let's start. So go ahead and touch the tip of the index finger to the thumb and open all the way, and then middle, trying to make that O and open, ring, open, and small, and open all the way up. And that's 1. Back to index, open, middle, open, ring, open, and small, open. That's 2. Back to the index, making a nice O, open, middle finger, open, ring, open, and reach over to that small finger, still making a nice O if you can. Open all the way up, that's 3. Index, open, middle, open, ring, open, small, open, that's 4. Back to index, open, middle, open, ring, and small finger, and open all the way. That's 5, halfway there. Keep going. Index, making a circle here, and open, middle, open, ring, open, and small finger, open. That's 6. Back to the index, open, middle finger, open, ring, open, and small, open. That's 7. Let's keep going. Index, open, middle, open, ring, and small, and open. That's 8. Back to the index, make that circle, and open all the way up. Middle, make that circle, open all the way. Even the ring, make that circle, open all the way. And same with the small, open. Let's do 1 more each finger. Index and thumb, open. Middle to thumb, open. Ring to thumb, open. And small fingertip to thumb and open all the way. And that's 10. Good job. Okay, exercise 4 is finger spreads. So lay that hand flat on the table or on your lap. And what you're gonna do with this one is just simply open and spread those fingers and your thumbs away from each other as much as you can. Really trying to make sure you open up those web spaces between the fingers. Slide them open on the table, hold a second or two, and then come back. Let's do 10 of those. Ready? So open, spread those fingers, and together, that's 1. Open up, spread nice and evenly, and together, that's 2. And spread open, and together, that's 3. And spread open. You don't need to press down with your hands, just simply spread those fingers open. And together, that's 4. Spread apart. And together, that's 5. And spread open. And together, that's 6. And abduct. So when you spread your fingers apart, that's abduction. And then bring those fingers together, and that's adduction. That's 7. And spread apart. And together, that's 8. And spread your fingers apart and the thumb even. And together, that's 9. And one more time, spread open. Really get some good space between those fingers and that thumb. And together, and that's 10. Okay, exercise 5 is called a lateral pinch. So this one is just a little introduction into strengthening, but you're not going to need the putty yet. So what you do is curl your fingers, and then you want to rest your thumb on the side of your index finger. And what you're going to do is just do a light pinch down on the side of that index finger. And when you do a light pinch, you should feel a little strengthening, a little plumping up of these muscles here in your thumb. Now you don't need to apply a lot of pinch, so just apply as much as what feels comfortable for you. And then you're just going to relax that. So we're just going to pinch a few seconds and then relax. All right, so pinch, apply a little bit of pressure against the side of that index finger. Hold a second or two and then relax. And that's 1. Pinch down and relax. That's 2. Pinch down and relax. That's 3. Pinch and relax. That's 4. If you want to support a little bit of your thumb down here at the base, sometimes that can feel a little more comfortable if you're having a little bit of discomfort. So pinch down and relax. And that's 4. And pinch and relax. That's 5. And pinch, apply as much or as little resistance as what's comfortable for you. And relax, that's 6. And pinch on the side of that index finger. And relax, and that's 7. And pinch. And relax, that's 8. Let's do 2 more of those. And pinch. And relax, that's 9. And last one, pinch down on the side of that index finger. Hold the base of that thumb if you need to. If not, just feel those muscles working there on the side of your thumb. Hold and relax. And that's 10. All right, now we are going to go into our strengthening exercises. So you will need the putty for these last 3 exercises. Now, as I mentioned before, always start with a light to moderate resistance with the putty. You can always increase the resistance as these exercises get easier for you. You want to make sure that you're just not starting with a really firm putty and then potentially flaring up your joints. Okay, this exercise 6 is a grip strengthening exercise. So you want to place that putty in your hand and you're going to grip the putty, squeeze through that putty, and then manipulate it around in your hand, squeeze back through. But what you're trying to do is build kind of like a ball. So you're really trying to squeeze it enough to where you start deforming that putty and squeezing the fingers through the putty, but then you want to manipulate it around to try to form a ball in your hand with the putty. So let's start. Ready? So squeeze that putty around in different directions, forming a ball. That's 1. Again, rotate that around a couple times, really trying to form a ball in your hand and squeeze. That's 2. Move that all around. Get a nice ball formed and then squeeze. That's 3. Manipulate it around. Get a nice ball formed and squeeze. That's 4. Use that thumb to rotate, and that thumb might be getting a little tired here from those other exercises. And squeeze. That's 5. And again, rotate around, try to make that ball, and then squeeze through. That's 6. And back around. And squeeze. That's 7. If you want, you can rest your hand down on a table or your lap if your arm's getting kind of tired. And squeeze. That's 8. And rotate around. And squeeze. That's 9. Let's do one more here. Hand might be getting tired. And squeeze, and that's 10. Good job. Okay, our exercise 7 is a pinch and roll exercise. So what you want to do is roll that putty into a hot dog here. So roll it out as much as you can. And then what you're going to do is take your index finger and your thumb and you're going to pinch through the putty. Let's go ahead and do 10 of those. So pinch through that putty, that's 1. Really try to focus on when you're pinching that you're trying to maintain that O that we did earlier. So pinch tip of the index and thumb through that putty, that's 2. And pinch, that's 3. And pinch, that's 4. Really trying to make that O. Pinch through the resistance of the putty, that's 5. And pinch, that's 6. If you're running out of putty, go ahead and fold that putty over, roll that back out again. And pinch, and that's 7. And pinch, that's 8. And pinch, that's 9. And pinch, and that's 10. Good job. All right, now what you want to do is roll that putty out again, but this time we are going to work on our extensor. So we did a lot of exercises working on bending and flexing, but it's really important to still work on the opposite side of our hand, those extensors. So to do that, you want to go ahead and roll the putty out and you're going to make a little donut. And then what you want to do is put your fingertips and your thumb in that putty donut that you just made and go ahead and squeeze that putty around your fingers. And then what you want to do is open up through that putty. So open through that donut, extend, spread those fingers apart, spread that thumb open. And then you can go ahead and grab that putty, roll that back out, make another donut. All right, let's do 10 of those. Ready? So roll that putty out, make a circle or a donut, place those fingers in there and that thumb, And then you want to spread open as much as you can. Open through the resistance of that putty, nice and slow. And that's 1. All right, roll back out. Make another donut. Place the fingers and thumb in there. And open. Extend those fingers, extend that thumb, and relax. That's 2. And make another donut. And spread open. And that's 3. Grab that putty, roll that back out again. Make that donut. Place your hands in there and spread open all the way. Work on that extension. And that's 4. Roll that back out. Make a donut around your fingers and your thumb. And open. And that's 5. Keep going, you're halfway there. This one can be a little bit harder because those extensors usually aren't as strong as those flexors. Make another donut. Open up as much as you can. Spread open, and that's 6. Roll that back out if you need to. Make another donut. If you notice you're getting some strain in your fingers, just move that donut up closer to your knuckles and then spread open that way. That can be a little bit easier on the joints, and you might feel like you're not having to strain as much too. And that's 7. All right, roll back out. Make another donut. Place it on the fingers wherever is comfortable for you, but still feeling like you're getting a little challenge here. Open, spread those fingers. That's 8. Let's do 2 more. Roll back out. Make that donut or that circle around your fingers. And nice and slowly open through the resistance of that putty. That's 9. Let's do 1 more. Roll. And make that donut. And spread open. And that's 10. Good job. Now, hopefully your fingers feel less stiff from those exercises. And if you continue to practice these every day, your hands will start feeling stronger, not to mention your day-to-day activities will get easier too. Now, if you're finding that thumb pain or stiffness was interfering with some of your putty exercises, such as that pinching, then I recommend going to my thumb arthritis strengthening exercise video here. You'll find more proven exercises to build hand strength without making your joints mad in the process. Now, if you found this video helpful, do please give it a like and hit that subscribe button below. And until next time, thanks for watching.